cities. They've been described as isolating and alienating, places where you can get lost in a crowd, where you can feel lonely without being alone. And yet for many people, cities are the future. By 2030, the UN estimates that 60% of the world's population will be living in urban areas. So, how can we make cities better places to live? I would suggest that one solution is co-housing. Residents have their own private living space with access to public spaces where they can interact with their neighbors. And thus, this housing form enables a lifestyle choice. Other important features of co-housing include the fact that people engage in collective decision-making. They have their own incomes. It's not a commune. And it's very community-oriented. People may do things like share meals with friends in the common house or offer to take care of the kids while someone's out. This living style has a number of benefits. People who live in co-housing communities report lower feelings of social isolation and are also more likely to engage in environmental sustainability initiatives. For example, they may borrow a lawnmower rather than buying their own, or they may carpool to work. On the downside, there are a couple of challenges with co-housing. Not every neighborhood looks like this. And so building new homes or apartments that fit this model can be time-consuming and expensive. As a result, the majority of co-housing residents are white and upper middle class. So this led me to my question. How can we diversify co-housing? What are the models that exist? And what are the effects on community building and sustainability? And so today we're going to focus on one of my case studies, N Street Co-housing in Davis, California. They're a retrofit co-housing community, which means that they modified existing buildings to fit the model rather than building new things from scratch. This model is cheaper overall because it allowed people to buy homes that might have been older and cheaper and renovate them later to fit the model. There's also a number of rental units on site. It's about 50% renters and 50% homeowners who live there now. And so we see that this model does increase the economic diversity of the residents at N Street Co-housing. However, there are some downsides. People who are renters are more likely to have higher turnover rates, and they might be attracted to elements of co-housing that are auxiliary, things like low rents and a safe neighborhood. And so we find that, and so I concluded that while retrofit co-housing can increase economic diversity in the co-housing model, residents have to be interested in it both as a lifestyle choice and as an architecture form in order to be effective. Thank you.